Oh, hi there, it's me again, speaking here live from prostate cancer. And today I'm here because I want to give you a tour of my brand new ship, the S.M.S. Horsic. What do you mean your brand new ship? Wasn't her whole deal that she was your first ever ship? Well, yeah, but I've always made it very clear that I wasn't happy at all with the end result, and I pretty much hated the ship despite the hours and hours I had put into the project. So I decided to go ahead and completely rebuild her. Not entirely from scratch, as I used the old ship as a base, so it's spiritually the same ship. But I replaced nearly every single block. Like, besides that big middle section of the hull there, pretty much everything's brand new. All the stays and shrouds and the antenna up there, the masts, all the gear, the funnels, the lifeboats, the superstructure, even the bow and stern curves. So yeah, I've completely changed my design philosophy too, for the interiors. Um, Gone are the days of entire fake decks that you have to live up for your imagination. The ship's now got a full interior. Yeah, so still a tiny, very imperfect ship, but a huge improvement, and I believe I did my best, and now I can finally have peace and move on to other better projects. But yeah, I think I have finally given the Horsic the level of quality she deserved. So let's get to it. But before I show you around the ship. Um, I want to show y'all the area the ship is docked in. So yeah, if you remember the old tour, the ship originally sat around here, beside a tiny little dock that couldn't even fit the entire thing. So I did some heavy terraforming and transformed the area into a port. Yeah, it's unfinished as of now, but I've already done a lot, as you can see. Oh, and by the way, this is my actually new ship, the Centauric, which I'm very excited to work on. I think she's gonna be great. She's more of a late 1920s liner, as opposed to the Horsic, which is a tribute to the Olympic class, early 1910s liners. So yeah, but as you can see, two docks. The one on the right here has the old museum, which I've done some pretty significant renovations to. And I'm gonna show y'all in a bit. Um, but there's of course some other stuff here, like this engine exhibit. Spoiler for the new Horsic. This is a slightly bigger and better model of the engine that's inside the ship. Um, Slightly bigger and better because I had to scale it down a little bit because, sorry, bus. It's a busy street. I had to scale it down a little bit because, god damn it, it wouldn't fit. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit in the ship. So yeah, and of course it sits beside the old engine model. So yeah, quite the improvement. And there's a coal depot here. and an unfinished crane, some containers, including a quote-unquote secret Zaza container, and the old cargo warehouse, and crane, and duplicates. And by the way, I'm planning on redoing the crane model. I think it's not that great, so yeah, I'm gonna rebuild it. But oh, also there's a shipwreck here. And while we're here underwater, let me show you the Horsic's new propellers. And as a fun little Easter egg, I put her stern anchor here sunken, because ships at that time had to follow an outdated regulation. They had to carry stern anchors for very specific cases, which were a thing of the past at that point. So yeah, the stern anchors were pretty much useless. So as a fun little Easter egg, I placed the anchor here, as if, I don't know, maybe the crew threw it overboard because they were sick of it. But yeah, let me show you the museum real quick, the changes I've done to it. Like this new reception area, I felt. Oh, and by the way, sorry if the mic quality is awful. It's the only headphones I had available here, and I didn't want to go out to buy new ones. Going up, there's this cute little, not so little Horsic model here, and bathrooms, and well, actually restrooms. I'm not sure what's the difference. I assume bathrooms have baths in them, so I'm gonna call them restrooms. But here's a kitchen. Oh my god, it's almost like this is meant to be a functional building. and now it has thought put into it and its functionality. But yeah, I converted the old boarding room into a booking room, since you can't board the ship. You can no longer board the ship from here, but you still gotta buy your tickets somewhere. And I've done some changes to the dining area. I've changed the floor and the chairs and tables, and added some extra decorations here. And the biggest change of all, the brand new lounge, which I completely redecorated and added some skylights. Why, you might ask? Well, the original was great, but I had to change the one in the museum because I pasted the old one on board the Centauric, because I wanted to have this lounge on a ship, you know. So yeah, of course I didn't want to have like duplicate lounges. So yeah, I've completely redone the one in the museum. But now let's finally get into the Horsic. Alright, so first let's christen the ship, because I realized I had never christened the ship. I probably didn't even know about christening when I first completed her, and it's kind of realistic, since the White Star Line didn't christen their ships. And I mean, yeah, it's just some dumb tradition if I'm being honest, but let's do it for funsies. Alright, so I name her the Horsic, May she have a brilliant career, even though she physically can leave the sport. But anyway, now she's christened. Yay! Alright, let's start with the crew areas, and I'll get on board from the forward third class entrance. So, still a bit messy. I had to make a lot of compromises and get creative. But I mean, it was inevitable. It's a tiny ship. Well, not so tiny, but she's made tiny by Minecraft's awful scale. Like everything is fucking a meter thick, and I can make a same block different materials, which would be absolutely perfect for shipbuilding. Um, well, yeah, I did the best I could, um, using the new pale oak, which was a blessing. I'm so glad they added it. It was literally a game changer for me as a shipbuilder. Well, yeah. Anyway, let's start with the fireman quarters. So here's a galley. Here's the forward cargo hatch. I'm gonna show you how the cargo holds in a minute. Here's the fireman's bathroom. Toilets, showers. Here's the fireman's mess. And here's the fireman's dorm. Alright, now the cargo holds. By the way, I finally figured out how cargo hatches worked, and I was finally able to replicate them loosely on my ship. But yeah, this is number one hold, and of course I included the potato room. Can't leave it out. And here's the number two hold. Alright. I hate these letters. Alright. Here's the access to the boiler room. So before I show you that, let me show you out the area here under the forecastle. Well, the foredeck. Here's the entrance to the foremast, which of course leads up to the crow's nest. I still love the view from up here. It's even better now with the Centauric there. And here's a mast that's supposedly meant to be for the seamen, but the seamen don't have their own quarters on this ship because small ship. So let's pretend they do, okay? Shh, shut up. Here's the windlass gear. The windlass is the equipment responsible for handling the anchor chains for the side anchors, and here's the engines for it, and also the engines for the capstans, which are used to moor the ship. And here's the lines for the central anchor, the anchor chains, and here's a really messy area, but there really wasn't anything I could do about it since it's one block wide. Yeah, this is the hose pipe where the line for the central anchor goes through. And down here is a water tank, which I thought was a clever way of utilizing the space that otherwise would have went unused. And oh my god, my English is so much better in this one than the original tour. I was so nervous while recording that one, but now I'm more chill. Alright, so here's the forward well deck with some bits here, which is a type of bollard. The cranes, some winches, the cargo hatch, going up to the foredeck, more bits, the breakwater, the windlass, the chains, the capstans, the anchor crane, the anchor itself. What else? A vent here. As you can see, the ship is moored. More winches, and of course the foremast, and an exhaust pipe for the galley down there. Oh, and by the way, these are the ship's brand new anchors. I've shown you the central one, the bigger one, but here's the ship's side anchors. This one is raised, the port one, while the starboard one is lowered. But yeah, going back down, let me show you the boiler rooms. I originally meant to keep this place the same, but I decided to completely rebuild it because I wasn't satisfied with it. So yeah, I completely redesigned the boilers. They come in 3 varieties: small, medium, and big. These are the medium ones with 4 furnaces each. Here's some coal and some carts. Here are the big ones with 6 furnaces. It has a face. And here are the small ones. Oh, and of course you can go up to the catwalks. And more big ones. And speaking of big one, probably my favorite room on the ship, the brand new engine room with the new engine model I show you. Yeah, I'm so proud of how this came out. So much detail. Wait, I think there was supposed to be a railing here. Of course, this wouldn't be a Charlotte video if something didn't go wrong. Oops. Nice, nice. Starlet Shipyard, prostate cancer, and the shipyard's logo, which is the same banner pattern I use for the Sea Lily Lines logo. Yeah, there's some stuff here like the telegraphs and another fucking bus and a telephone. Yeah, going up there's entrances slash exits to C deck, I think. Yeah, C deck. And going back down, here's the brand new turbine room, which is, I think, the one that's changed like the most drastically. Yeah. Going down, Here's an area that used to be the one I hated the most, but now is one of my favorites, ironically. The central propeller shaft, so this is the shaft tunnel, and I've also included the ship's electrical generators. Yeah, so now the ship has a complete-ish power plant. Oh, and by the way, here are the side propeller shafts. And alright, we're not. Oh, here's. Wait. Back there. Up. And now here. Here's the. Yet another. Oh. Yet another thing I forgot to fix. But yeah, here's the engine room casing with access to A deck, spoiler for second class, and on the engineer's quarters on boat deck. So here's the engineer's promenade with these beautiful new lifeboats. I'm really proud of how they came out. Here's the engineer's dorm and their smoke room. Let me see, where now? I think that's it for for most of the crew areas. So now let me show y'all third class. So don't look, spoiler, la 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 la. Let me alright. So this is the third class entrance, and it looks considerably less like a prison or a mental hospital now. Yay! Yeah, some standard cabins here. A porthole. Oh, this is access to the first class swimming bath. And of course, third class passengers are not allowed. But I'm not gonna show y'all that right now. More cabins. The bathrooms. This is the ladies' bathroom. And the gents one, which is the exact same. And here's the third class dining saloon, which is surprisingly one of my favorite rooms on board. It's surprisingly cozy. It's basic but cozy. And here's the third class / crew galley. Going back here. Okay. Here's a crew's dorm, like a general crew's dorm, and a mess for the crew, and a bathroom. Back here is yet another one of my favorite rooms, which is really odd. I don't know why I like the third class spaces so much. Maybe it's my poor spirit. But yeah, this is the third class open space, which serves as the aft third class entrance. And here's the aft cargo hatch and the aft number 3 cargo hold. Okay, going up this staircase. Here's the third class general room. Here's the aft well deck. And here's the poop deck. With a lot of seating for third class. Some mooring gear. And the flagpole. This is the docking bridge. And down here is another very messy area, but again, there was nothing I could do about it due to the scale. This is a really tight space, but this is the steering gear room. Here's the engine that powers the rudder, and some mooring gear here. Capstan engines. Alright, now on to second class. Alright, let's board from the second class entrance. Here it is. It's connected to the second class staircase and the second class dining saloon here. Love the wood paneling, although it looks kind of bland. Here are some second class cabins. Why are they 4-person cabins? To inflate passenger numbers because the ship is small. Some of them have unique floors. And here's second class A deck. So here are some cabins. Of course, second class is not allowed on the first class promenade. Yeah, this might be my favorite room on board the ship. It's a mix between the Olympic classes, second class smoke room and library. Oh, what's going on? What's going on there? So yeah, I took my favorite elements from both and mashed them together. And here's the access to the engine room casing, and second class bathrooms. Yeah. Going up, this is the second class promenade on boat deck. Really nice and spacious, got a nice view. And that's it for second class. Alright, I'm going through this quickly. Yeah, now on to second class. Oh, no, I mean first class. Accidentally made a Brazilian noise there. But anyway, this is the first class reception. Bike. Here's the ship's hospital. That should be in third class, I think, but yeah, there wasn't space for that down there. So yeah, it's here in first class. This is of course the petty room. It's as important as the potato room. And this is the doctor's office, and he has a key to the petty room. um, yeah, this is the purser's office and cabin. Okay, before I show y'all the staterooms, this is the first class dining saloon, and this is the first and second class galley. Alright, okay, so the staterooms. No, first let me show y'all the swimming bath. Ta-da! I'm really proud of how it came out. I um I took inspiration from Britannic's swimming bath, which was largely the same as Olympics and Titanic's, but much better decoration with this wooden details and these beautiful green panels. So yeah. And here are some showers. Okay, now the staterooms. This is more of a basic cabin, but more well decorated. This is a single person's cabin. I think the only one on board. It's a basic, standard design. This is a standard stateroom. And yeah, this is a more, a better decorated one. Oh. This, if you're an ocean liner head, you probably know what this is. Yeah, it's one of the parlor quote-unquote suites. Well, it's the, in the Horsic's case, parlor quote-unquote suite. Well, quote-unquote, since, well, it doesn't have a bathroom. But yeah, it has the private promenade, which I love. So peaceful. Oh, why did I close it? Alright, so heading aft. Oh, by the way, the ship still has the jukebox mechanism. Heading aft, here's my stateroom, decorated in the modern Dutch style. And here's my best friend's stateroom, decorated in the Queen Anne style. Really lovely. Alright. This is A deck first class, so some toilets. The A deck grand staircase landing, which I really love. Look at all the wood paneling, and of course the cherub. This is the first class lounge, and no, this is not an actual fireplace, it's an electric heater. going forward, some standard cabins here. Exits to the promenade, some deck chairs here, and a ladder that goes up to the bridge. Starless Shipyard. Of course it goes around the ship. Got a nice view here. Oh, yeah, of course I had to include the Cafe Charlottian. And yeah, some more deck chairs here. These are two very nice staterooms. I'm not sure in which style this one is, but I love it. And I love even more this one in the old Dutch style. Alright, so back to the staircase. And now we're on boat deck. Of course the dome is still here. And the first class boat deck promenade. Great view. And that's it for first class. Alright. Oh, and let me show you some details on the roofs of the deck houses, like these vents here, and of course the funnels. And these collapsibles. The engine room skylight. The grand staircase dome cover. Yeah, some neat stuff. And that's it for first class. Alright. So now to the final area of the ship, the engineers, no, not the engineers, the officers' quarters. So here's the bridge wing, the navigation bridge, this is the wheelhouse. Yeah, the Olympic class had both a navigation bridge and a wheelhouse. I have no idea why, that's so odd. I feel like I probably should know why, but I don't, I admit it. Oh, these are the watertight bulkhead controls. Alright, so this is the chart and navigation room, the officer smoke room, the officers dorm. They should have individual cabins, but yeah, not enough space. The officer's bathroom, and the captain's cabin. And I think the final room on the ship, the Marconi room. I love what I did here. for the Marconi wireless set, and the operator's cabin. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, a far cry from the original Horsic. Still very much imperfect, but hey, who cares? It's a massive improvement, and I'm really proud of it. It was definitely worth the time, but I'm really glad now I can move on from the Horsic and focus on the King Brady and the Centauric. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. See ya.